What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Trey Mundo, and we're back with another episode of Heavy Hittin Opinionators. Right now, we're finna go into some topics and everything else. So let's go straight to football. Your boy Baker Mayfield still haven't have a job yet. Honestly, I don't know where he can go. Right now, it's looking like he might have a reunite with his old coach over there in Arizona. Another thing we got going on is Kyler Murray haven't got a contract, and ESPN, just like everybody else sees, he says he's not playing. What that means for me as a Falcons fan, nothing, because I know we ain't gonna do nothing in our power to go get him. I know we don't got no money to go get him or whatsoever. And we right now they got us looking like the worst team in the NFL after this off season. Um, yeah, how Kyler Murray's going about it. I mean, I don't know what's behind the scene. No one else does, but everybody else calling him immature. Oh, he shouldn't have to do this all outside the camera. Look, man, my boy want a contract, man. And not only that, you got to get him some money because I think that offensive line ain't that great neither. Your boy be running for his life. He already short. They're like playing Tom and Jerry with Kyler Murray every time he out there on the field. And you see what the Rams pretty much after he seen that Bobby Wagner deal, my boy said, y'all got to pay me for this, man, because I got to play these boys twice a year too. Yeah, y'all got to pay me for this. I don't blame him for asking for that. Like, with, what's his name? Deshaun Watson getting all that money to go play over there in Cleveland and having played in almost damn near a whole season, no MVPs or whatsoever, and got that much money. So now they kind of like open up the doors for all these other QBs. Y'all got to break the bank. But yeah, I think that's probably like the main thing that was some Kyler Murray mindless. Because like these teams, they got that money for them. They don't want to break the bank because they say, oh, well, you ain't got us nowhere, Kyler. And I'm like, but I mean, half the time I'm running for my life and I get hurt and all this other stuff. And not only that, you guys are getting washed up players and bringing them over here. Not saying that these players are not bad, but they're still kind of washed. They're not like in their prime. DeAndre Hopkins not in his prime. J.J. Watt not in his prime. You gave me James Conner as a running back, and I'm still making that happen. I'm still going to the playoffs. Yes, it's crazy these guys finished like they was like number one seed at a point in their conference, and yet they didn't even. And their conference is real hard. They like that thing. They have one of the hardest conferences in the NFC. Like literally, you have like minus the Seahawks, but you got the Rams and the 49ers and the Cardinals. All these guys made the playoffs. So your boy want that contract. I don't blame him for asking for that money. I mean, would you ask for talent wise and everything? Would you ask for that money too as well? So Baker might end up on the Cardinals. Now Kyler could go anywhere. Hit me out, knock on wood. I think the best spot for Kyler Murray, blame him. Kyler Murray would feel so good. Let me out in Miami system. Miami, if I was you, I'll be making them phone calls. I will offer him that max deal. I'll ask them do that. I'll ask you probably could get away with giving him that money, max deal, some conch and some draft picks, the same draft picks you had got. Hey, draft picks, and then give you probably could keep two. You probably could keep two with all this happens. I got to look into Miami system because Miami got so much stuff on their sleeves that you never know. They some shicey people when it comes to that front office and stuff. So they might got some draft picks and stuff like that they can offer for Kyler Murray. But I would definitely say that's the best fit for him to go. I know I want him to go to Atlanta, but we don't got nothing to offer him, man. All thing we can do is he'll be in the worst situation he was when he was over there. But yeah, that's on the football note. There's nothing really major going on in football. They're trying to take off the how you guys feel about that? I want y'all to give me a comment down in the comment section about the overtime rule. Like obviously, what happened with the Chiefs and the Bills last season with the overtime. That was a crazy season. That game came down to whoever won the coin toss. So pretty much how you guys feel. I know a lot of people saying no, nobody. Defense need to make a stop. We need to stop trying to spare defense and all that stuff. I understand that portion, but it's all about money now at the end of the day. And if I know that a sudden, like two head-on-head collisions might happen, like a lot of people think all that will happen with the Bills and Chiefs won't happen again. You'll never know. It might not be the Bills and Chiefs, but it might be some other team that might could actually get it done. So y'all give me some more inputs on how y'all feel about the overtime rule and everything else. So going on to the basketball note, Frank Gold fired on the day off. Literally on Sunday, I think he heard that he's getting fired. Now he made that little comment. No one told me shit. And my thing about it is, I didn't mind about it. And if y'all don't know, Frank Gold is the head coach of the Lakers. Should Frank Gold be fired? To be honest with you, I understand how they feel about firing him. I just don't understand like firing him. Like, hey, you're fired. Like, and it's your fault you're fired. I wouldn't make it look like it was his fault, but I'll make it look like, hey, look, man, I would call them in there. Things ain't going the way it's supposed to be going. Obviously, we got to figure this out, and the only way we can figure this out, maybe we need to get the front office because I'm stuck with, they're stuck with Westbrook for one more year. Obviously, you can't get rid of a star player. Like, at the end of the day, he's still a star player. At the end of the day, he's still an NBA 75 player. But obviously, you can't get rid of him. You can't get rid of him. And the only thing you can get rid of at this point is the role players and the coach. And so far now, the coach is the only one that can go. I hope the Lakers face this in the offseason. I haven't fully given up on Westbrook, even though I didn't like his comments towards Frank Gold, talking about something he never gave him a chance when you had 82 games to get that chance. You had a choice to get that chance done. You kind of messed up your whole balling skills by thinking that I need to become this bigger athletic person, and your jump shot just got thrown all over the spot. But I don't blame you, though. I mean, it's so easy to blame people and stuff. Another thing is Ben Simmons. Ben, for the love of God, if your back is not hurt and you up here playing games, the Nets really need you in this whole. Everyone keeps saying that the Nets going to blow past. I don't see the Nets blowing past not Boston. Boston's beating the brakes off people. I don't see them blowing past no team. So, and I love Kevin Durant's response. We're fully prepared to play Boston or anybody without Ben. You gotta love him because he's hoops. He hoops. KD, that's a lot of games to play, man. You did that last year. You're old, man. Like, not saying you're ancient, but you're old. You're in your 30s. I know you like to hoop, man. I know you healthy. I know you're hooping. But it ain't like how it was back in the days, man. You got to defend, give us 30, and you got to – no, not in that. You got to give us 40. You got to give us a max of 40 sometimes just to win the game. You and Kyrie both are hooping. And if they shut down any of those role players, like shut down Seth, they shut down Brown, all these other guys, you guys are not hooping that hard. They can shut them guys. They can't shut y'all two down. They can shut them other guys down. They shut that bench down, KD. I'm sorry. You guys are not getting past Boston. I would love you guys to get past Boston. I would love you guys to go out there and outshine everybody. I would love you guys to put a team like the Brooklyn Nets, who used to be the New Jersey Nets at that time, to put them on the map. I want you guys to start a franchise over there. That would be dope. It's still a small market, and you guys are still like out there hooping. You guys are some people's favorite hoopers, especially Kyrie. You know you're my favorite hooper. I just don't think that you guys can beat Boston, man. Not without defense. And Ben can facilitate and bring defense out there. So MVP for the NBA. It looking like the race for MVP could be three. I'm seeing a three-way tie. I see Joel Embiid, Luka, and Jokic. Everyone's saying Jokic might get it because he's been Jokic didn't do nothing special this year. Luka did the most, and Embiid is the one that's really out here. Embiid's really out here on the map, man. I give Embiid his credit. I just can't, I don't want to give it to Luka because Embiid been hooping, man. If y'all seen the games, Embiid been hooping. But it look like I don't want to give it, but the NBA have to respect Luka and give it to Luka. Reason why Luka, I don't even know who all on the Dallas Mavericks, man. I have not been paying attention to Dallas Mavericks game. And if you're from Dallas or you're a Luka fan, I can understand you saying that. Luka is the only one on that team. You can't even debate that. There's nobody on that team that I think that's hooping that harder than Luka. Luka already was one of the youngest players in the game, averaging almost 25 points a game. He's out there hooping. The rest of you guys, man, Ja Morant, everyone is a fan favorite. Everyone loves Ja Morant. Can you guys give Ja Morant the MVP? My homie LaBreeze, shout out to him. he think Ja Morant deserves the MVP because of the culture he brought over there. He brought a culture that makes Memphis fans glad to go to the games. I can't give it to him because if your team is hooping without you and they're putting in number two, how many games they went without him, and they're putting they're in the number two seed in the West, the Western Conference. I can't give it to him. I can't give it to him. Now, one thing he can go to the finals and win the whole thing. He got to get finals MVP because I know he's going to cut the fool up there. Speaking of finals, who you also coming in the comment section too below, who you guys think that's going to win the whole NBA? Who's going to be the NBA champions? I'm about to go Vegas, man. I don't really see. It looked like it's going to be a repeat of the Suns and the Bucks. They both look dynamic, both of them. Giannis in playoff mode can be unstoppable. And Phoenix is number one. A healthy Chris Paul didn't go anywhere. And I don't see Chris Paul not being healthy during this playoff season. I think now he also understands that health has always been his Achilles heel. So I think this is probably like the best thing for him right now is to be healthy, stay focused, and concentrate on winning that chip. His opportunity, his window, people made fun of him last year for not closing that out. But his window has not closed yet. He's still one of the most elite point guards out there. I think he's probably still the best point guard in the NBA. Matter of fact, he probably is the best point guard right now in the NBA because, as much as we love Curry, we'll have to talk about that soon. But in the NBA right now, I have to give it to Chris Paul because, obviously, look at stats as fast. His team number one. Yeah, they got a lot of good role players, but his team is still number one. Another note is I like Boston from NBA because NBA is right now the top. And I'm not going to be like, those star shows that, Lakers this, Lakers that. Everywhere you go, Lakers this, Lakers that. Why they do that anyway? Like overshadow everybody else and just Lakers this and like that. Even when they free agency and all that, everyone needs to go to the Lakers. Like the Lakers need to win all the championships. No. Don't hype these guys up to win everything. It just need to be balanced. You can cover sports and everything else without covering the same thing all the time. That's why when I feel like when LeBron do retire, when all these other things retire, who these guys gonna talk about? So, yeah. Another note: RIP to Dwayne Haskins. Sad event that happened. Adam Schefter. I don't know what the hell got into your mind. You lucky I don't calm down from that last weekend and everything else because I really was thinking that was some lame shit you did. You not bring up like negativity when someone passed away. That's like me going to the funeral. Yo, man, your son was a piece of shit. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to him. He just trash. He should have learned. He should know his lessons and everything else. You don't do that. You don't do that. Shout out to Lamar Jackson for putting him in place. Shout out to all the other players and all that athletes and all that stuff like that showed him that you can't do that. He deleted the tweet, but at the end of the day, it's not about sports when it comes to somebody's life. Families and all that stuff, they have to look at that. They have to mourn. You got to think people are mourning. Don't bring that stuff up about that. This is a young man that lost his life at 24 years old. Yeah, he might not be in the right mindset, but you got to think a lot of us come from there. You give us money, we don't know how to act with that. I'm not going to lie. Somebody young, you can't tell them what to do and what all that stuff. So shout out to all the people who said the right thing, Mike Tomlin, all them, Joe Burrows, everybody who, came and showed their some condolences and all that stuff. But yeah, now into the, entertainment side. So Kim Kardashian, right? Kim Kardashian, feels embarrassed that her son was sent an ad on Roblox. Okay, I guess it's a video game. Someone saying her son added her sex tape. She felt embarrassed. And I love this kind of conversation because it opens up debate floors for everybody. Since she feels embarrassed and I'm feeling myself like, I understand what you're feeling, but you shouldn't be crying because, you put yourself in that situation. There's a phrase you say, one day your kid's going to see this. That's literally the phrase. Was she young? Yes, she was young. There's an excuse her for doing it? Not really. But at the same time, we can't not just sit here and show sympathy when, you put yourself in a situation. The whole reason you got famous is for you and Ray J altercation. Damn, Sasha, she's going hard. I got a little dog over there and stuff like that. My whole day, I'm dog sitting today. But yeah, so I can't feel sorry for her. But at the end of the day, what I can tell you is you can grow from your mistakes and everything else. And to be honest with you, that sex tape was not even that great, to be honest with you. I don't understand how she got famous off that one sex tape, but I will say this, she's a pretty woman. I mean, every chick I done messed around with, they all want to be some sort of Kim Kardashian. So I do give up that. Um, well, another news that's like goes for all other women or people like that. If you ain't one of them people that think like, oh, I'm gonna show this, I'm gonna show that. Think about it. If you have kids, I know some of y'all on that fuck them kids wave, but when you have kids and they say, "See, hey, mama, this you?" Then you gotta sit there and be like, mm. So that's another note on the entertainment side. There's really nothing too much going on over there on entertainment. I mean, rappers are still being ignorant. No new music really worthwhile listening to when that just came out. Um, yeah, kids constant same old, same old, same old. But other than that, that ends up my episode of hot, heavy hitting opinionators. I don't want to stay too long on this phone and stuff like that. I got to go walk a dog. But if you guys got any comments or whatsoever and everything else, if you want to pull up, let me know. Just send me a DM and all that. We'll talk and talk about sports with you and all that. Please be respectful and everything else. Don't come on here with that racist booze or nothing like that. I don't want to hear nothing about politics unless you know what you're talking about. But other than that, I'm out. Peace.